What's going on, guys? So in today's video, I just want to give you a glimpse of my daily routine / weekly routine, how I take care of my snakes, the things I check up on, and the things that I document each and every week. What's going on, everybody? So if you're new to the channel, I'm Baker, and this is Blue Line Morphs. We're a bull python breeding channel, which probably eventually will be expanding to boas, maybe some retics, so forth and so on. I'm fairly new, it's only 3 or 4 months old now. We're cranking, we're moving. So please subscribe, hit the notification bell. I post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. I do go live once a week where I post on Instagram, which is blue_line_morphs. I post on there on my story to kind of let you guys know I'm going to go live in a couple days. Give me some questions. We bullshit, we gossip, we talk. I drink some beers, I talk to people. I did have Rob here for the last 2 months. He's going live with me next to me. We're going to try to continue that. Probably when he's at home, we're going to figure out how to do live on my channel, his channel, and have like a split screen, so forth and so on. I also just started a Facebook channel. I'm trying to build that a little bit. That's just Blue Line Morphs. Hit me up on there, follow on there, like on there. I appreciate it. It's kind of growing slowly, so we're trying to get that going. We'll see what happens. So just like the introduction said, today I'm going to give you just like a glimpse of what I do on a daily routine. I'm going to walk you through what I look for, what I do, how I document my snakes, and certain little tips on how you can accomplish this, and certain things that really worked for me, and certain things that I've changed. So first and foremost, I keep a detailed record of my snakes, their feeding patterns, what they ate, how they ate it, and what they weighed. So these are new notebooks. I do have the old notebook up there. So I literally just bought a 5-star subject notebook, something you used to use in high school or college, depending. What's going on? My water bottle's leaking everywhere. So something you used to use in high school or college, something like this. And what I do is I break it down into 2 snakes per subject. Now, if you have a lot of snakes, actually some guys have like the cards on the tubs. I was going to do that, but Rob actually brought up a good point where he was like, when you want to power wash these tubs or clean these tubs, you pay the ass with the Velcro and so forth and so on. I'm old school. Some people got the little app where you take the pictures of the, I don't know what you call it, the barcode, I guess, and it brings it up on your phone. I'm old school. Paper and a pen works for me. So I literally just have it labeled. Oh, this is the old book. I literally just have it labeled by each snake. So if you look, be like the pastel Enchi female, and then I'll have like normal pied. And I just break it down. I put the date on which I attempted to feed. So I document everything. I document when I noticed they were blue. I document if I tried to feed them and they refused. I document the weight, and I document what they've taken in. I document whether it was live, or whether it was African soft fur, or whether it was frozen thawed. I have it broken down. Like right here, I have SFTR, a small frozen thawed rat. She took it on whatever date. And that's how I keep track of everything. It's really easy for me to do that. They ate about 4 or 5 days ago. So I'm just gonna show you briefly what I do. So for example, this normal pied girl, once a week I like to weigh them to keep track. So I'll set up my bowl. This thing's gonna work. We'll zero it out. I'll grab the normal pied for you. She's sitting right here. Today's date is June 11th. So I'll put her in here. And she's at 900 grams. So then I'll simply just put right here, I'll do 611 rather. I'll put 910 grams. And then everything's on one list. Some people, she's growing nice though. Really, should be ready to go next year. There she is. Some people like to put like different books for different things. Keep track of the growth chart on one book, or the eating chart in this book, or the shed in this book. I like to keep it all together. That way I can just see the lineage of how the snake was behaving, whether or not the shed affected it, how the weight went up, and I can see it all right in a row. That really works for me. Might not work for you, but I highly, highly recommend that you have some sort of documentation for your snakes, just to see, again, when they shed, how much they weigh, what they eat, when they eat, if they refuse. That way, if you have one snake that's constantly refusing food, like, all right, listen, I tried frozen thawed 4 times, she didn't eat it. I tried live, she hit it. So I go back, I look. So before I go to Country Critters, I pick up the live, or I go to Claire for the Medusa's Lair, hit her up for rats. I'll look at my books, I'm like, okay, last time he refused this, but he took this, and I kind of plan out accordingly. So sit right tight, sit tight. I'm going to show you what I go through when I look at my tubs. So that's how I document my snakes. I keep it on that one list. The other thing I do is daily, I'll try to come in here and I'll look. I noticed this when I pulled my normal out, my normal pot before. I'll look at their water bowls, all right? Now, I'll be honest, I have been slacking. I've been working nonstop over the last couple weeks. You guys know what's going on. I have no days off. So I'm not doing well with the water. Look, that's disgusting. That needs to be switched out. So daily, look, I'm stumbling all over the place. When I have my normal tour, which is like 10:30 in the morning, I'll come in here around 8:30 in the morning. I'll look at everything. I'll do some water swaps. I'll do some spot cleaning. So I'm not going to do spot cleaning today just because it's been about a month with this substrate. I got the cocoa blocks over there. I'm actually going to have a day off this Saturday, so I'm going to shake them out and swap out everybody this coming Saturday. With that being said, I come in here, I check up on them, make sure everyone's doing well. I look at my snakes daily. I will look at every single one of my snakes, interact with every single one of my snakes daily. Doesn't mean I'm picking them up, doesn't mean I'm holding them and walking around the house with them, but I make sure they're good to go, right? I make sure they're not lethargic. I make sure, if they're going to shed, I document it. If they're going to blue, I document it. I make sure there's no issues with the snakes. Make sure they're not dead, right? So that's something I do. So right now, they do. So this is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to do some water swaps. Sit tight. Enjoy this little time lapse. So that's how I just do a quick water swap. It's really easy, especially with these ARS racks with these the built-in tubs, the built-in cup holders. Have these little deli cups. You pull them out, and you're good to go. Always have some extras on hand just in case little fecal matter gets in there, wipes it off. They're cheap. Rather just throw them out than try to clean them out. However, if it's just like a little dirty water from the cocoa, then I'll just swap out the water, dump it out, so forth and so on. That being said, about twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, I like to spray the tubs. I used to spray it with my old sea serpent rack. I would just kind of take some water in my hand and sprinkle it all over the unprinted newspaper. Now with the ARS rack and with Rob being here, he brought with him, I guess I need a pump sprayer. This is what it is. You can pick them up at Home Depot or Lowe's. You use them, for pesticides, stuff for your lawn, maintenance, stuff like that. It comes in really, really nice, really, really handy when it comes to spraying these tubs. And honestly, when it comes to that, she's sitting right there. This is how I do this. I pump it up, I make sure we're good to go, and then I just spray lightly half of the tub. I like to leave the back side of the tub where the heat tape is not as wet. That way they can choose between obviously the more moist area and the drier area. I do spray the sides of the tubs a little bit just so it creates a little more humidity in there. Then you give the snake a little sprinkle just in case there's any leftover shed, or just to piss them off a little bit. But sit tight, the time lapse. So there you have it, guys. That's kind of my daily routine. I don't miss them every day. I do miss them probably twice a week. I try to. Obviously, different circumstances with work and stuff like that, it gets a little more difficult. But that's what I do, guys. I make sure they got fresh water. I always make sure they mist for the humidity. I always check up on my snakes almost daily. This is like my serenity. As cliche as that sounds, after a long day at work, no matter what you do, it's really nice to come into my little reptile room here. I look at my snakes and kind of, I have a couple beers. I got Alexa playing in the background, listening to music. I got Shelby running around. And it kind of helps me relax and unwind after a long day at work or just dealing with the bullshit for day in and day in the life. So quick little update with everything that's going on, guys. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been kind of blacking out a little bit. I got 3 or 4 girls on the way. I told you guys once before about a month ago in a video, I am doing this big. We got, like I said, 3 or 4 new girls coming. They are fantastic. They are sexy as can be. I can't wait to get them, so definitely stay tuned for that, guys. As far as my eggs go, as far as Big Mama and Luna goes, we know my first clutch came from Luna, the white diamond. She was at like 1050 grams. After she was about 1,700 grams before she laid the eggs. After laying the eggs, she was about 1,050, give or take. Recently, she's been hammering rats left and right. I weighed her last night. Actually, I weighed her today, rather. She's at 1,370. So she's putting that weight back on. By next season, she'll be well over 2,000 grams, so I'm really happy about that. Big Mama is not so big anymore. At her peak, she was just about 4,100 grams. She's about 4,097 grams or something like that. Right before she laid the egg, she lost a little bit of weight. She's about 3,850. After laying the 11 eggs, and taking a couple of rats, she's just under 2,700 grams. So Big Mama is not so big anymore. With that being said, she's doing great. She's hammering rats also. I look forward to getting her back up to 4,000 grams, then pairing her with my Coral Glow Black Pastel Trick Mojave male. The eggs in the incubator, obviously you know Luna's eggs are pretty much shot. There's one or two I'm holding on for that miracle. We'll see. I just let some air into Big Mama's clutch. They're doing great. The one that had no veins is starting to look a little bad on me. I'm going to give it another week or so, and worst case scenario, I might take it out and put it in another tub just so it doesn't cause any issues with the other eggs. We're right on track, guys, with those eggs. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be mid-July. I'll do a cutting video for that. I'm also going to do a cutting video in a week and a half for Luna's clutch, even though they're all dead. I just figured, you know what, I smoked the eggs. I'm going to show people what it looks like inside. They might just be a hard mess, or maybe we'll get lucky and we got a snake in there. I don't know. Either way, guys, I greatly appreciate it. Quick little video of what I do, how I maintain my reptile room. I also have this little thing in here, cheap little Zoom Ed thing, where I just make sure the temperature's at a certain, I make sure it's about 80, 82 degrees in here. The humidity's at 50, 55 to 60%. I have the window cracked open just slightly. And I come in here daily. I turn my fan on low just to circulate the air. But other than that, guys, we're doing well. We're doing good. We're cranking. We're moving. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Be safe. Always remember, watch the 6.